Good morning, students. I am Rahul Kumar Sahu from Kendriya Vidyalaya Tutoring, and today I am going to discuss the first chapter of class 9 syllabus, that is matter in our surroundings. So let's begin. So first of all, what is matter? Matter is any substance that has mass and occupies space by having volume is a matter. So anything or any substance having some mass and which can occupy some space can be called as matter. So in this chapter, we will be talking about some physical properties or nature of matter. And first, I want to discuss about the physical nature of matter. So we should know that the matter is made up of particles. As already we already have said about the matter that it is a substance having mass and occupies space. So matter is made up of various particles. In our subsequent chapters and in your higher classes, you will be knowing about it more. And the particles size is too small. So also in our subsequent chapter, I'll be talking about how these particles are too small which cannot be visible by our naked eye. Next, the characteristics of particles of matter. So in case of particles of matter, these particles of matter have space between them. I'll be talking about different states of matter, and in that case I'll be talking about solid, liquid and gas. And in those states of matter there are various differences in the space between the particles of matter in the states of matter. So in case of solid, the space of matter, the space of particles of the matter is very less, and in case of liquid, the space of particle of matter is somehow larger than solid, and in case of gas, the space of matter of the particles are very large. Next, particles of matter are continuously moving. So the particles which are present in the matter, the substance which have mass and which occupies space, these particles are continuously moving. And as I have already said that these particles cannot be seen by our eye, so these particles are continuously moving. In your higher classes, you'll get to know about the various type of movement of these particles. And as I'm talking about the movement of the particles, then it must have some kinetic energy. As the particles are moving, so it has kinetic energy. Next, the particles of matter attract each other. Okay, so in in every states of matter, the particles which are present in the different states of matter, they are attracting each other. If I am talking about some attraction, then please remember your class 8 chapter 4. Whenever there is attraction, there is a force between them, an interactive force between them, and this force keeps the particles of matter somehow attracting towards each other. Okay, next, as as I already mentioned about the states of matter, I'll be talking somehow in details about the states of matter. First, the solid. So the solids have definite shape. The solids have definite shape and distinct boundaries. As I'm discussing about these states of this chapter, also I will be asking you some assignment which you can do in your home. So in case of this chapter, I will be asking about, you have to give some examples and their characteristics of these states of matter. Okay, so this solid have definite shape and distinct boundaries. Try to analyze this. Can you look at your surrounding and you can find out which substances are solid? Please pause this video and you can just ponder about it. So this solid have the definite shape, distinct boundaries, and also fixed volumes. It cannot be compressible. So it has negligible compressibility, which is fixed volumes. It cannot be flow like liquid. You know what is liquid now? So also I will be asking about different examples of these states of matter, and you should note down its various characteristics. And again different property of this again a different property of this solid is it can be brittle, breakable or brittle. Okay, breakable or brittle. Next, the second states of matter, that is liquid, and this states of matter has no fixed shape. Please try to remember and please be try to focus on these words like no fixed shape but have a fixed volume. So liquid has no fixed shape but have a fixed volume. And as you can know that whenever you are pouring some water in your water bottle, it is taking the shape of the water bottle. Whenever you're pouring some water in your different containers or different utensils, then it is taking the shape of the different utensil or container. So this the property of liquid is it can take up the shape of the container in which they are kept. Okay, next, liquids flow and change shape. As in case of solid, they have fixed volumes and it cannot be flowed having definite shape, but in case of liquid, liquids can flow and change shape, so they are not rigid but can be called fluid. So we can get another two words, which first one, that is rigid. The meaning of rigid is it is very fixed. So solid is fixed but liquid is not so fixed, it is flexible. And as it can be flowed, so it can also be called as fluid. Actually, cumulatively the liquid and the gas are called fluid. Next, the third states of matter, that is gas or gaseous state of matter. And this gaseous state of matter has no fixed shape, neither fixed shape nor fixed volume. It is highly compressible and it can be flowed, it can be diffused very highly. So if I am talking about its flow and diffusion, then we should know that the particles of this state of matter, that is gas, are having very high kinetic energy, or I can say that it move very randomly at high speed. And due to its random movement with high speed, it exerts pressure to its surrounding. So again, I want to recapitulate about these three states of matter. First, that is solid, having definite shape and distinct boundaries and fixed. In a very simple term, if I will tell, then definite, fixed, and distinct. Okay. Next, liquid. In case of this, no fixed shape but fixed volume. It can be flowed, and as it can flow and it can change its shape, and it is not rigid, it can be called as fluid. Third, that is gas or gaseous. So it can flow in a very highly random speed and it can exert pressure to its surrounding. As already I have told about the assignment which you should do in your home, please try to note down some different examples of this solid, liquid and gas and try to write some characteristics about it. You can just look at your surrounding. You can just think about your different daily materials, and you can note down which type of matter are that those materials. Okay, so this is all about these three states of matter, and the physical property and characteristics of this matter. In our next segment, I'll be talking about type of two more states of matter, which which is very essential and which is very beneficial for your higher classes. Up to this, please do your work very well, and thank you and have a nice day.